you trust anyone? Fox Mulder to quote him on the X-Files, was trust no one. Well, what do you do about trust? I mean, trust is one of the human values that help build civilization. Trust was one of the keystones of that, and every piece of money that we have, it says "In God We Trust" on it. So if there's no trust, then what do you have? Well, you have suspicion. When you have suspicion, your mind can run wild, and you can be seeing all sorts of things. You know, things that are there, things that aren't there, things that may be halfway there. Would you trust a bald tire and take your family on a long road trip and not carry a spare and just to be totally carefree? Do you trust your traffic laws? Do you trust a stoplight that you're about to stop at? Do you trust the food that you eat? Do you trust the water supply that you get your water from? I mean, it goes on and on and on. Trust is a key word in our life. Now, if trust is compromised, then of course you go back to the suspicion thing again, and the suspicions of people can lead to violence. It can lead to other things. That's why some groups of people are ostracized and separated from society and kicked out of society, is because there's no trust there. Uh, One group has kind of like shrouded the other, so to speak, and said, "Okay, we want nothing to do with you." Well, that sort of thing starts to generate other words such as profiling and racism, and also things such as um, you're picking on our group, and we're going to get revenge or what have you. And it's just like the two Muslims that chopped up the soldier that was in Britain. And the woman stopped and asked one of the perpetrators why, and they said, "Well, because you people are in our countries doing that to our people, and you shouldn't be there." Well, that's a total lack of trust on both sides, and both sides are going at it, and both sides are going. It's a mad situation. In the 70s, we had a mutually assured destruction program with Russia because neither country trusted each other. Um, but now, a lot of things have been called into question regarding, do we trust our government? Do we trust the process? Do we trust it to maintain its integrity by keeping people on the level instead of letting one side get more powerful than the other and completely obliterating the checks and balances that were built into our government? Well, we have seen where there have been egregious compromises to the checks and balances systems. Congress has the right to declare war. Um, we've had people in the administrative positions declaring war on terror, declaring war on this and that and the other, and yet they do not have the power to declare war on anything unless they get congressional approval. That is under our current system, and that is the way the government works. If anyone ever takes civics, or if you ever heard of the word civics, that is the study of the way the government works. And anyway, it was designed to where courts cannot legislate from the bench, and that the legislative body was the Senate and the House of Representatives, and the administrative branch was the one that the executive branch was the one that could either veto or pass along a bill or what have you, that with their signature on it, their blessings, and it would become law. Well, now we have a situation where it appears to be anarchy at the higher end of the government, where everyone seems to have forgotten their civics law, um, their civics that they learned in college or high school, or even if they're even teaching the subject anymore. I, for one, believe that everyone should be an informed voter before they can even go in to vote. And that's not going back to the old Voting Rights Act, that allowed, people, to vote whether or not they could read or write. I mean, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that you should be knowledgeable enough to know how the government works before you know how to vote intelligently and be an informed voter, rather than just voting based on popularity things like you're doing on the TV shows now. When you're calling in and you're voting on your favorite entertainer. I mean, there's a separate world here. Entertainment is one thing, but the government is another. And the government affects your life and the lives of your children for years to come. You may see a 30-minute to an hour long show and you're voting on your particular one to win, but after that, it's all over. But, these laws, they go into effect. These people that are passing laws and are doing whatever they're doing, uh, representing our country in the world, uh, they are being, uh, this they're disregarding the checks and balances, and they're doing their own thing, and they're just out there. It's like four different types of government now instead of just having one homogenous government that's working together as a fine-tuned machine like we used to have. Well, anyway, trust also goes, further. I mean, it goes on personal levels. Does a wife trust her husband? Does a husband trust his wife? Do children trust their parents? Do the parents trust their children? I mean, trust is a very important word. But you got to realize one thing. I mean, if you're going to set up laws and you don't enforce those laws, then you're effectively losing the trust of the people. And if you're looking the other way and you choose not to get involved, then you're losing the trust of whoever sees you look the other way. And it is kind of like a viral thing that infects people as they go forth and they see people getting away with it, then they decide to try the same thing. So then they lose trust of the people that are watching them, and then it goes viral with them. So eventually you have a country that's in anarchy because of a lack of trust. And right now I think we're closely approaching that if we're not already there. Well, the good book talks on trust, and trust has a lot to do with theft. It has a lot to do with whether or not you've borrowed something, or you've stolen something, or you've uh, been a talebearer about something to someone, and you have perverted trust. Trust is sort of like faith. You got to have faith. It's another word for faith. Faith. The Son of Man said in his prophecy concerning the world, whenever he returns, he says that will he find faith on the earth when he returns? Well, faith. When you ask a question like that, you almost have to say, no, he will not find it. If he has to ask the question, then he's already answering it. Will he find faith on the face of the earth at the end? Well, right now, the truth is lying dead in the streets. The truth has become a subjective thing. Well, what may be true for you may be situationally different for another person. And, the truth does not always uh, set, well, it does set you free, but, of a guilty conscience, but it doesn't set you free from the laws of man. And um, truth is a very valuable cornerstone of our society as well, and it goes hand in hand with trust. You can trust something that is true, but you can't trust anything that's untrue. So therefore, I mean, truth is factual information that can be backed up by evidence. Um, Anybody can say anything, anyone can make a claim, but can they back it up? And can they prove it? And can they prove it consistently? That's what truth is. A trust is, do I have faith in what I'm dealing with and who I'm dealing with? So anyway, we're 26 minutes into the broadcast. I hope that clears things up for you. But a lot of those news stories that we went over about a cruise ship, having to fire. The cruise ships are supposed to be for entertainment and for vacationers. And now you have to ask the question, and can you trust those cruise ships? Can you trust those people that are behind them making decisions to maintain them? Can you trust our government with the IRS clamping down on these 901c3 corporations, nonprofit organizations, the people that are adoptive parents? Can you trust, the F-15s that are crashing into the Sea of Japan? I mean, can you trust your equipment to get you from where you want to go to from where you are now? I mean, there it all fits together. I mean, it's all one big bubble, and it's all cohesive, and it all backs each other up. So trust is a word for today, and trust is in prophecy, and you can trust in the word to give you the truth about what is going to happen in the end times. This is Dan Beasley from Hartsville, South Carolina, signing off of the Dan Beasley Hour on Spreaker.com. It's 9:28 a.m. on 5/28/2013. I hope you have a good day, and hope we can meet again tomorrow with another episode. Thank you, and have a good day.